ready to stop using food, alcohol, drugs, or any other quick fix, temporary Band-Aid fix to cope with life? You know, when some people feel stressed out or in a bind, they're going to reach for those 2 glasses of wine or maybe the bottle of alcohol. They're going to reach for chocolate. Maybe they're going to sleep around or be with their partner just for the quick fix of feeling good. Or perhaps they're going to turn to drugs to make themselves feel better. In that moment, they might feel better for the short time being, and it might make them forget about what they're going through, but the problem still exists, and yes, it will return. I call that the Band-Aid fix. Can you think of a time when you were in a Band-Aid fix or dealing with a stressful situation? A time when you actually reached out and used a Band-Aid fix? Perhaps your boss was yelling at you for the day and you felt like you could do nothing right. Perhaps your husband didn't notice that special meal that you slaved away all day yesterday just to make for him. Are you stuck in a dead-end job where you daydream about what you want to do and where you want to be in life? You see, that's when we tend to reach for the Band-Aid fix. So if you reached for that quick chocolate or 2 glasses of wine or a sleep aid or whatever it is to make yourself feel better, that's a temporary Band-Aid fix. And yes, we've all used one. I'm Lauren Ebeck, Extraordinary Wellness Shaman, and I work with mid-career women stuck in drama, trauma, and karma to unearth the best expression of who they are and to love themselves on their own authentic, healthy, happy terms. So I have a step-by-step program that puts you right back in the driver's seat. In my step-by-step program, you'll learn to stop using those temporary Band-Aid fixes and discover sustainable, life-changing solutions. One of the things that you may not know about me, I'm an identical twin with a tragic story. A story that could have been definitely avoided. So I have an identical twin who went out one night drinking to escape life because she was very unhappy. If only my twin sister had made different choices and had chosen a different path, but her path led her to anxiety, stress, and extreme unhappiness, which ultimately led to her death. You see, she was out one night doing a Band-Aid fix, trying to escape life, gone out to buy some alcohol and do a little bit of partying, which resulted in her binge drinking and dying. A very tragic, tragic ending. It was a huge wake-up call for me because I then had to look at my life. We had the same DNA. We grew up in the same family. We had the same friends. We were very close, but like many families, my mother was an alcoholic. We had our challenges. My brother was into drugs. My father died when we were 14 years old. He was much older. That's a whole other story. But, you know, all these things happened and these challenges do happen in families. And as if that wasn't enough, I had an older sister who was already addicted to diazepam, which is an anxiety drug, and she drank on top of it. This led to her having an induced severe dementia overnight. I was the power of attorney. I was called in. So now I had to take over her estate. I had to find care for her because she needed 24/7 care. And I ended up taking custody of a 16-year-old nephew, my 16-year-old nephew. Yep, instant motherhood overnight to a teenager. If that's not enough to make you turn to a temporary Band-Aid fix, I don't know what is. However, I realized that it was time for me to take responsibility for my life, right? Because wasn't it time? Because I now had a teenager that I was responsible for, and I had an older sister that I had to care for. So it was not an easy road to go. I did decide to seek help, and I did start to do a lot of training, and I learned tools and techniques and different things that not only centered myself, but reconnected my mind, body, and soul. I had gone from this burnt out, stressed out, worn out professional to this happy, healthy, heartfelt woman living an extraordinary life. It was quite the journey, but through my training and reflection, I decided that I needed to commit even more. I left my teaching career to focus on women like me, my twin sister, and my older sister. A quote that I love and that I dearly live by: 2 roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled, and that has made all the difference. Robert Frost. If you want to discover sustainable solutions, if you want to take the road less traveled to reconnect your mind, body, and soul, it would be my pleasure to guide you to achieve the extraordinarily well life that you desire and that you so deserve. Visit extraordinarywellnesscoaching.com for a free 30-minute Tap Into Your Extraordinary Self session. The link is below. See you on the other side.